Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome everyone to today's event. As you may all know, today we are celebrating our 25th anniversary Swindon Bangladesh Association. Today's program will be presented by Meghna Minauddin. Thank you, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, honourable guests, friends and family. Secretary has said you're here for the 25 years celebration of Bangladesh Association of Swindon. I'm seeing some familiar faces, which is nice as well. And yes, I hope you enjoy tonight as well. There'll be quite a lot going on. But just before we start, I'd just like to go through the emergency things that we need to do. The emergency fire exit doors are on the left, as well as the toilets are outside, just outside this room. So now that's out of the way. How are you all feeling about the celebrations tonight? Can I hear noises? Anyway, before we start, we want to start off with the national anthems of Bangladesh and UK, Britain. So please, can everybody stand for that? Thank you. Now, just to warm up the evening, to start off, we will have a performance. So we'll get everybody warmed up with that. I'd like to welcome on stage, please give her a warm welcome to Sonia.
একবার যেই ঘুইরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপখানা কি ঝকঝকে বানাস একবার যেই ঘুইরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপখানা কি ঝকঝকে বানাস ঝকমক চাল আর চিকন চিকন গাল আহার আগের এমন তেজ যেন লাল মরিচের ঝাল ওরে বাংলা লোনা তোর হয় না তুলনা তোর মন রাঙাতে করবো যা তুই চাস একবার যেই ঘুরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপকা নাকি ঝকঝকে বানাস একবার যেই ঘুরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপকা নাকি ঝকঝকে বানাস তার স্বপ্নেতে মুশকুল তোর ঝুমকো কানের দুল আর খোপায় কান্দা ফুল ওই কাজল কালো চোখ তার স্বপ্নেতে মুশকুল তোর মনটা পাবে যে আর ধন্য হবে সে তুই হাসলে পরে হাসবে যে আকাশ একবার যেই ঘুরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপকা নাকি ঝকঝকে বানাস ওরে বাংলা দেশের একবার যেই ঘুরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপকা নাকি ঝকঝকে বানাস একবার যেই ঘুরা তাকাস লাগে ঝাকাস পদ্মা নদীর ইলিশ খাইয়া রূপকা নাকি ঝকঝকে বানাস ওলালা হো ওলালা হো ওলালা হো ওলালা হো ওলালা হো ওলালা হো
Can you give her a round of applause, please? I think she looked amazing as well. Thank you. I'd like to call on stage General Secretary Inam Chowdhury, please to come on stage tonight. Please give him a loud round of applause. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow British Bangladeshis. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to our 25 years Silver Jubilee celebration of the Bangladesh Association of Swindon. This celebration's main aim is to recognize the achievements of our youth, our future. This event is the culmination of collective efforts which began back in 1992 with a small group of dynamic British Bangladeshis within Swindon who wanted to bring British Bangladeshis, the people of Swindon, and the surrounding area together, bringing a cohesive community from a grassroots level. The Bangladesh Association and its members work diligently to keep the ideals vigilant among all of us, young and old. It also helps establish forums for the welfare of the community by exchanging ideas between the members and the people in the around our community. It is not only an event-based organization, but also a support-based organization that takes an active role in assisting people and the community when needed. Over the last 25 years, the association has organized cultural events and commemorative functions as well as fundraising ourselves to help victims of natural disasters in Bangladesh, the UK, and all over the globe. The activities of the association including working with local authorities, the police, other organizations, and various institutions to develop closer working ties and share information on the opportunities and resources to make our community more cohesive. The association also frequently organizes sports events that young people can get involved with, such as cricket, football, badminton, boat racing, and other sports. The organization promises to keep the association sound today while working to make the association stronger for the future. We are very thankful for the members of our communities support who contribute solely to our sporting, fundraising, and other activities. The association could not exist without volunteers who devote their personal time and provide their financial support to the day-to-day running of our association. Some people who have been with the association from the beginning are no longer with us. Our thoughts are with them, especially at this time. We remember former president and founder Rafiq Ali, founder General Secretary Khaza Mahbuba Alam, founder member Abdul Mia, founder member Asab Ali, founder member Abdul Khalik, and others. We pray for their departed souls. This celebration is taking place today to say a huge thank you to our dignitaries, guests, some of which have traveled long distance to be here today. Our members, volunteers, supporters, and above all, our young achievers who have made us all so proud today. Please, can we have a round of applause of them? The achievements of our youth are showcased in the magazine which is before you. We will acknowledge their achievements later this evening. This magazine is sponsored by the Asian Restaurant and TQ Awards, which is called ARTA. Thank you very much, Salik Bhai, for his generous support. A big thank you to the Doubletree Hilton and Pride of Asia for their support. Also, I would like to thank those who have helped us: Eurasia Foods, MB Cars, Aroma Ice Cream, Payslip Certified Public Accountants, Baraka Groceries, Ruhid Accountancy, and Masala Bazaar, as well as the community and association members who have personally contributed to make this event possible today. Thank you for listening. Enjoy the evening.
Thank you, General Secretary Nam Chowdhury. That was a wonderful speech. Now I would like to call on our second guest to give us a short speech. Please welcome Her Majesty the Queen's Representative, Lord Lieutenant of Wiltshire, Mrs. Sarah Troughton.
Good evening, everybody. I first want to welcome Commissioner Councillor Mrs. Khan. Very nice for you. We're very honoured to have you here. Madam Mayor, Mr. Mayor, I can see Robert Buckland as an MP. I don't know if you're the only one, Robert. The PCC, Angus McPherson, Baroness Scott, Mr. Renard, everybody else here, and most particular to Mr. Rahman, our President, who invited me here, us here tonight, and Mr. Chowdhury, who I think does an awful lot of the organisation. My husband Peter and I, sitting over there, are delighted and honoured to be here as your guests. And I'm proud to be Her Majesty's representative, the Lord Lieutenant of Wiltshire, representing the Queen tonight. The Bangladeshi Association is of paramount importance, not only to the borough of Swindon, if I might say so, but also to the whole county of Wiltshire. We love your culture. We love your dancing. We love your food. We've already tasted some nibbles tonight. And your generosity in your role in Swindon. It's really exemplary. And congratulations on your anniversary, 25 years. This year, as you know, is also the 70th wedding anniversary, the platinum anniversary of Her Majesty and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh. And you, Hooray, yes, indeed. And you all know also what a proud leader she is of the Commonwealth. And this is so important. And it makes Bangladesh's presence here in England, and particularly in Wiltshire, a real bonus for us all. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for inviting Peter and me here tonight. We look forward to it, the entertainment.
Thank you, Lieutenant Troughton. Now, after all the speeches, the first lot, I have a lovely performance by a young lady. Her name is Eva. Please welcome Eva on stage. She will be singing a lovely song called Dance with My Father. A warm welcome for Eva. A loud warm welcome. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations with such a great anniversary, and I hope you all have a great time.
Now I would like to call on stage Mayor of Swindon, Councillor Maureen Penny, please to come on stage. Please give her a warm welcome. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for inviting me here tonight to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the Bangladesh Association in Swindon. Bangladesh has a rich and varied heritage, quite different to that of the UK. And to keep that heritage alive is one of the most important things that the association does. Whether it's arranging classes to teach Bangla or sports activities, it all helps to bind the community together. It is totally run by volunteers who devote an enormous amount of their personal time to the running of the organisation. Their aim is to keep Bangladeshi ideals alive amongst everyone, whether young or old. BAS has also raised an enormous amount of money, over £100,000, which has been donated to various charities both in Swindon and all over the world. And I congratulate you all for that, a tremendous achievement. So I just want to say again, thank you very much for inviting me tonight, and I hope you'll enjoy your dinner. I'm sure I will. Thank you very much.
Now I'd like to call on stage Police and Crime Commissioner of Wiltshire and Swindon, Angus McPherson. Please to come on stage. Can you give him a warm welcome?
Good evening, and thank you very much for tonight. I've just been sitting there listening to some of the comments that have been made by others, and you're celebrating your 25th anniversary of the association, and you're celebrating the culture that you bring to Swindon and Wiltshire. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm an immigrant to Swindon as well. My family came here in 1900, and they came on a journey that takes about as long as it takes to get from Bangladesh to here. They came from Scotland. And the Caledonian Society still meets in Swindon today to celebrate our culture, which is not the English culture. But what I think is important tonight is we recognise that we are one culture, a British culture, and we all work together. And I think that's what's so wonderful to coming here and joining you this evening. And what I'm trying to do in my role of Commissioner of Police in Wiltshire is make sure that that force represents the whole of the community that it serves. And that's very, very important to me. So it's taken the Scots some 125 years to become integrated. I think you're doing very well as an association to have achieved so much in 25 years. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to call on stage Member of House of Lords and Leader of Wiltshire Council, Councillor Baroness Jane Scott, OBE, to come on stage. Please welcome her with a warm welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Mr. President, Mr. Secretary, thank you so much for inviting me tonight. I'm so honoured to be here to celebrate with you 25 years of this organisation. And I bring greetings from across the county border. I bring you greetings from Wiltshire, but I do know quite a number of you actually live or work in the other county of Wiltshire. But we have to remember Wiltshire and Swindon all belong to the county of Wiltshire. So I think we're all one big family. Congratulations on 25 years of doing that for the Bangladeshi community in Swindon, and I wish you a really good next 25 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Baroness Jane Scott. Now I would like to call on stage Channel S Chairman and a community leader, Ahmedus Samad Chowdhury JP, to come on stage. Please give him a warm welcome.
Good evening. 25 years, quarter of a century. It looks like the other day. I remember when Swindon Association, Bangladesh Association was about to be formed. We, next door in Bristol, I was the president at that time, and we used to come regularly and encourage the community. Mr. Alam, he has left us. Mr. Rafiq, he has left us. We worked together to establish this organization. And I also remember our ladies used to come, the women group of Bristol, Bath and West used to come to talk to the ladies, to encourage them to form this organization. Those days, motive was integration. But today, the British Bangladeshi community is very much an integrated community. What is lacking now is the ignorance by the government. We are not getting any help because the associations around the country are trying very hard to bridge the gap between the younger generation and the older generation. So in order for them to come to the right path and retain their culture and also the British culture, we are trying, but not like the olden days. We are not getting any support from any government departments. So this is something very important to note, that organizations such as this are left alone to look after themselves. And what is happening to our younger generation? And often they are diverted into other activities which we do not like them to go in that route. So my urge would be that please support the community organizations. They are looking after themselves, but they need your support. I have a lot of things to say, but I'm not going to keep it any longer because time is short. Thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. That was a lovely, informative speech. Well, now to warm up things, we have another performance by the lovely Sonia. This time it's a modern folk Bangla song. Please give her another big round of applause. Thank you. I've just had a message that Solicitor General Robert Buckland is in a bit of a rush, so I would like to call him on stage for his speech. Please welcome him on stage.
Well, thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. What a fantastic crowd we have in tonight to demonstrate the depth and the breadth of support that the Swindon Bangladesh Association has developed over the last 25 years, emphasising the importance of the cultural contribution that Bangladesh continues to make to British society, and making sure that the best of Bangla heritage in the form of language and dance and music is maintained and preserved. The ethos of sport is supported in the activities of the association, and indeed the positive nature of the work of the association, reflecting, I think, the very best of what our Bangladeshi community offers Swindon, both culturally, in terms of business, commerce, all the contribution that you make to our town. I'm proud to be Member of Parliament for South Swindon, proud to be host to the new Bangladesh Centre in County Road, which I had the honour of visiting on its opening earlier this year. But can I say on behalf of Her Majesty's Government how much we all value the work that you do and the role that you play, not just in Swindon, but through the length and breadth of our United Kingdom. To each and every one of you, Salam Alaikum.
Now we will start with what we have come here together to celebrate achievements. Achievements of young people who have done very well in your community. Do take a moment, if you look in the Bangladesh Association Swindon's magazine, on the achievements page, which is 22. Now, to start the actual award ceremony. Okay, that's my first group of awards come to an end. And now back to a few more speeches. I'd like to call on stage Leader of Swindon Borough Council, Councillor David Rennard, to come on stage, please. Please welcome him on stage with a round of applause. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. May I begin by thanking the President and General Secretary for inviting myself and other members of Swindon Council here this evening to enjoy this celebration of your 25 years as an association. We're very pleased to be here. May I also congratulate you on your excellent publication to commemorate this event. I've been reading through it all evening and thoroughly enjoying it, and it's a really good summary of the sorts of contributions that you're making to Swindon society. I've witnessed those myself. I've been lucky enough to be invited to your mosque, so I know you're a very open and welcome community and very keen to be involved in Swindon, both at a civic level and a community level.
I'd like to call on stage Pasha Kandakar to come on stage. He's the former president of BCA.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. I was really surprised. I wasn't ready for this. Thank you, organizer. Thank you very much for inviting me. I would like to congratulate the organizer celebrating 25 years for the Swindon Bangladeshi Association. I would like to pay my respect for the predecessor who started all those organizations every corner, every part of this country for this British Bangladesh. The achievement is tremendous good for us. If you can have a look at the brochure from 20 page to 22 to 26, just in Wiltshire, our strength is tremendous good. We need to build a multicultural society in this country. And our culture is so rich, we could contribute huge to the British society. And this is our country. We need to know about our strength. I like to say one thing before I go. Just wanted to echo what Ahmad Samad Chaudhry said. Young generation need to know about our strength. My dear friends, if you want to go fast, go yourself. You wanted to go far, go united. And unitedly, this community will achieve, inshallah, even higher. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.